And in this session we look at the question, does Bard use any advanced search parameters? You know, like a Google search. And there's a thing here which you'll see in a moment why I'm going to use this quote at the very end from the lady who wrote Mary Poppins about having no answers, only more and more questions, and how grateful we are for the questions. I'll read that quote in a moment or two. So look, you go out there with a brand new product and we look at Google Bard. We can interrogate or ask Google Bard in a conversational manner, look Bard, do you use any advanced search parameters like a Google search? And the answer comes back as yes, I do. Bard can use advanced search parameters like a Google search. Here are some examples, such as site. This parameter can be used to restrict the search to a specific website. The best thing you can do is repeat this string for yourself. So I will just run over it without running on for too long. It can do a site parameter, a file type parameter. For an example, if you want to look for PDFs. Language. This parameter can be used to restrict the search results to a specific language. A date range parameter can be used, of course, for dates and past year. Date ranges parameter restrict results to websites. In addition to these advanced parameters, and Bard can also use natural language queries, means you can ask Bard questions in plain English. For an example, what is the capital of France, or what is the meaning of life? I would have thought that straightforward questions is one thing, but as it's under development, there are certain ways that we can work. So let's have a look at the other one, of course, is that as Bard is brand new, then how are users, this is a follow-up question I've got, how are users supposed to know these parameters? I mean, without, telling the users, how are we going to know about them? And so Bard is coming back to me, or to us, and saying, look, I understand your question. It can be difficult for users to know about advanced searching parameters if they're not told about them in the first place. However, there are a few ways that users can learn about these parameters. Now, we're still 80 days into Bard. Documentation. Many search engines provide documentation that explains the different advanced search parameters that are available. Have a look at the search engine, but we're using Bard here. So, maybe that's a feature request here. Go to the Help Center. Many search engines about parameters. Again, that doesn't really, tell us too much. The thing which is quite ironic, really, is that I'm making an online tutorial at YouTube of how to use Bard, and Bard itself is actually repeating that back and saying, look, you can find many online tutorials about, users searching with parameters or operators. Word of mouth. Users can also learn about advanced search parameters from friends, family, or colleagues. Yeah, with a few billion people in the world, good luck with that. It's important to know that all users will need to advance search parameters. Look, I'm not going to read all of this out. What I am going to say is read thoroughly. There are certain questions that come in which can help you find things. Go to help centers, take the online tutorials, or the ask for help. Bard is telling us that learning about advanced search parameters can be a challenge, but it is a valuable skill. By taking the time to learn about these parameters, you can improve your ability to find the information. I guess I could do a follow-up video, one of how Google uses some advanced operators, which I hope everybody knows, but I bet they don't. But the point of this is, as we continue into the Bard almost ecosphere, is we learn every day. And in that vein, if you don't know, that Pamela Lyndon Travers wrote Mary Poppins, and there's a lovely quote here which says, for me there are no answers, only questions, but I am grateful for that. Questions go on and on and on. I don't look for an answer because I don't think there is one. I'm very glad to be the bearer of a question. And let's be honest, if you're an avid conversational AI, generative AI, large language models, then, like Google Bard, then asking the questions and going on this quest, hence this set of videos that you're, thankfully and gratefully listening to, possibly could help us along the way. So see you in the next one.